Hi, and welcome to the Ring It On podcast. I'm Jordan from Exo Sounds, and we are here today chatting celebrants with the absolutely amazing Emma Harrison.
Hello.
Yay!
Hello, mate.
How are you?
I'm good. How are
Isn't
you?
it funny how it just goes from like we're just sitting here like normal people, and now we're doing this?
Let's roll, baby.
We're talking celebrants today, and I want to learn all about it because I know nothing about it. And you are very busy and very in demand, very popular.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of new. You're kind of new to this.
Like 4.5 years.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're doing very, very well, and I see you almost every week.
Yeah.
Basically, which is nice, which is good
we
for
always
us.
know it's gonna be
Exactly. So, how did you kind of fall into it? I guess.
Well, it was a bit, I used to work in event management, so that was my background.
Oh, yes.
Didn't really know much about the world of weddings at all. And then one day I was running an event, had a guest speaker for a charity that we were sponsoring, and she was a celebrant. Can I swear on this? No.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Well, I swear all the time, don't I? And sorry, everybody, but I do swear because I'm selling, this is who I am, so I'm not going to try and hide the reality. I wouldn't swear on the mic on your wedding day, but if you want to swear, it's totally fine.
I won't swear on the mic.
No,
on the
it's
wedding day. No, I won't swear. I won't
Who
swear.
was the
We're 30
person?
seconds in, I'm asking, can I
No,
swear?
no, it's good. It's good. Well,
So her name's Zena Lithgow. She's a celebrity in Melbourne.
sure.
And she was young and she was cruisy and cool and successful. And I thought that would be a really cool job. And I'd always felt like I'd worked pretty hard in my old career. And I thought, why not go and work hard for myself? And bang,
There
that
you
was
go.
it. I think I like I'm pretty impulsive too. So I think in the next couple of days I'd already signed up for the course, smashed it out in like 6 months when I was pregnant with my second.
Nice.
And
How
bang.
does the course work? Like, what is the course? Because there is a course that you have to do.
Yeah. So it's a Cert 4 in celebrancy. I don't exactly know what it's called.
Sounds about right.
So you do it through an RTO. I just did mine online with some like video calls, and then you just go off and do the testing yourself.
Yeah. It's changed a bit. I think there used to have to be like in like person things, and you have to do a test one and stuff. Do you have to do that?
Yeah, we had to do that. So mock ceremonies. Mine was in COVID though, so I think we had just had to video record. There was like
Just
three
a really
guests.
fucking depressing, just like everyone, sorry about the mask. Just
Honestly, it was pretty easy though. I think other people have to do like 20 guests or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So you do need to do that, write up ceremonies, vow renewals, all that kind of jazz, work on like a business plan, mock websites and stuff like that I had to do. But really it's just that the legal requirements I think that's most important, and then it's just about building your own business.
and then you're a celebrant.
Yeah,
Did
bang.
you literally like quit your other job before you?
No.
you
Well, you got to wait too. I think it was like 4 months maybe. So you submit your application to the Attorney General's department once you've got your certificate to say that you've completed your Cert 4, and then you wait.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it took a while.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah.
And there is a market like for young, nice celebrants. So I mean, I don't know how young you are. I'm not going to ask that question.
25.
Didn't say. Well, okay, 25. Yeah. Ben said
21.
he was 25 too. I think the other day.
That's what everyone over 30 says, I reckon. 25.
Yeah, I'm definitely not even bothering with
You're
the
26.
lies. Yeah, sure, 26 will do. Because then, so this post-COVID for you essentially, like you haven't been
Yeah, so I missed all of that. Yeah, which I feel like I was quite lucky.
the depressing cancellation of an
Yeah.
entire year's worth of work in
Yeah.
one fell swoop. But then you've gone on to become, the Emma Harrison, the in demand, and it's your thing now.
Yeah, it's my full-time job.
Yes, it's
Love it.
you are Emma Rose though. Emma Rose
Yes.
on Instagram.
Emma Rose Weddings is a business name. Rose is my middle name, but I don't mind when people call me Emma Rose. I mean, it is my business name.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
But fun fact, it's my middle name.
What's your full name?
Emma Rose Harrison.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that what's on the wedding sheet? Yeah, good on. No, now. Yeah, that's cool.
Or should we do Emma Rose Harrison Pickering?
I don't know. Whatever you got to
it's
do.
not that. Emma Rose Harrison.
Is it on like a piece of paper that you have to fill out? The full name, your legal name.
Yeah, Emma. Yeah,
So everybody knows. Okay, good
Emma
one.
Harrison.
So tell me more about what like a celebrant like. I guess the point of this podcast is so people can kind of understand like not only who you are, but how it even works, because weddings are such an unknown world to everybody, and we do them all the time. But the people that book us don't. And so I guess everybody's been giving me quite a good bit of background on like what that first bit of contact is like. Is it mostly these days Instagram? Is it emails? Is it going? Because everybody knows they need a celebrant.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what does that mean?
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, are they emailing you going, hey, are you available? Is that all it is?
Well, I've got an online form on my website. Have you guys got that as well? Yeah.
So,
So everyone sort of, even if I do get an Insta DM or something, I'll ask that they go and submit an inquiry through my website and then I get all the info they need. So like location, date, time, all that kind of jazz, venue, location, same thing.
Yeah.
How many guests, like what kind of ceremony they're after. So I get all of that information first before I respond to their initial inquiry.
And how much of like that is important to a celebrant? Like, what are you after? Is there a client that's like not for you, or that you are like, I don't know, kind of thing?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Is
Maybe
it?
I'll answer. Yeah, it is. It's a really good question but I also feel like I kind of somehow avoid this, and I feel like it's got something to do with the fact that I put my pricing on my website. So like everyone that comes through to me, I think with how I market myself on Instagram and the way that I project on my website and stuff, it's very much you can see that this is me and here's my pricing. So people have to feel like I'm the right vibe for them. They're not just kind of looking for a celebrant when they're inquiring with me.
Sure.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, absolutely. They kind of know what they're getting before they're even too far down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like in a way that kind of means that, you know, we might be pretty well aligned from the beginning. What kind of people? What was the question again?
Well, no, it's not really a question. It's more just like, do you ever see one and go, oh, red flag? No. You know.
Yeah, like just if people give you, not much info or they're like, hey, you're available on this date, like give me the info, you know, because I might have 4 inquiries from that date come through in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So you kind of need to, you know, who do you want to have an initial chat with? And from the get-go, that makes a big difference, I think, having all of that info.
Because that's a Tassie thing for sure, is like if you're getting married on Saturday in March.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've had 15 for that date. And I think we've got 11 running, and now it's just like we just don't have anybody left. But like it's the same on your end, I'm sure.
Yeah, well,
like,
you book 4 years in advance. No,
I don't book out 4 years in advance, but we do.
No,
We're doing
neither do I,
2027 is now up for grabs.
Yeah, I just think, not that I want to tell couples that they have to apply kind of thing, but I think the more information you give, it makes it a lot better to tell whether we're going to be able to vibe.
A vendor's role is always about like making them feel comfortable and happy on the day and making their day as positive and stress-free as possible. So aligning with vendors is a super important thing and shouldn't
100%.
be overlooked, you know, because it's a really big day. Yeah,
well, it's so important. Like where, they spend a lot of time with their close friends and family on the day, but we're spending a lot of time with them too. Like we're a huge part of their day, particularly, celebrant, photographer, hair and makeup. You really want to make sure, and me too, telling their story and helping them with their vows and being in that moment with them. Like you have to be able to have a good relationship, I think, when you're in that role.
So tell me more about that. So once they're like locked in, what is the process from there? Like, are you giving them a questionnaire? Are you reaching out like 6 months in advance, a year in advance? How does it work? Like,
So once someone's locked in, I'll sort of say, okay, locked in, depending on when they book, it might be, as you said, late 2027 we're looking at now. So, okay, I'll talk to you in 12 months, whatever it might be. Talk to you in 18 months. So I try normally about 4 to 6 months out to hold their planning meeting. And in that time we do their notice of intended marriage as well. So
what's that? What's the notice of intent?
Notice of intended marriage, my friend. What is that?
Yeah,
well, great question.
I must have done one.
I thought you would never ask. So you need to lodge, they say lodge.
Yeah.
Lodging means that I've got it in my hot little hands or in my inbox. You need to complete a notice of intended marriage, yourself and your partner, at least 1 month before and have it lodged with your celebrant. So you fill out your details, basically what's on your passport or birth certificate. It's a 1-pager that you complete, and then normally in the presence of me at our meeting, can be online or in person, I'll witness them sign, date, they send it back to me and it's lodged. Yeah.
Sure.
So it's just submitting your intent. Listen, I don't know if I can say this on the potty,
you
but
can say it if you want on the potty.
Bloody random.
I assume it's just there so like it avoids the Vegas thing, right? Like the last minute whatever, people making bad decisions.
Yeah, but
is that what it is?
like also why not?
Yeah, sure.
Probably shouldn't say
Yeah, no, you say whatever.
I mean, people might make bad decisions if they're lodging their,
Yes.
But anyway, it's there.
Yes. Government, you're preventing people, celebrants getting more work. Let them get married on the day, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Is that it?
So, I guess there's no such thing. Well, these shotgun weddings, like we don't actually have them. You need to plan at least 1 month before. So with like legals only ceremonies, I do a lot of those. I find that they book out right at the last minute. You know,
what's the legals only ceremony?
When you just do your legals.
Right.
So you do your legal vows. I say the celebrant monitum, which is like the definition of legal marriage in Australia. I reckon you could probably repeat it word for word.
Celebrants in my future, guys, your friends.
And they sign their paperwork and that's it. So, yeah, they book out like just 1 month before. So 1st of December, you can lodge it on the 1st of November and you're good to go.
Sure.
Basically.
But that's a very different thing to like.
Sorry,
your
yes,
process.
it is.
No. Like it's all interesting information. Like, because you're obviously like then having to craft these people's stories as this process goes on beyond the legal stuff. Like when are you reaching out for all that kind of?
Yeah, so that 4 to 6 month meeting is when we'll get together.
Right.
You know, go for a drink. If it's at Frogmore, we might get a glass of bubbles at Frogmore.
Always get a glass of bubbles at Frogmore.
We'll go for a cocktail at Mary Mary. I'm like, you let me know what
you
works.
just make sure that they're buying you drinks, or are you buying the drinks?
No, I normally buy. Yeah.
It's
the least I can do.
It's the least you can do.
Yeah, no. So we'll do that. And then in that time, we will talk about the ceremony in depth. So I've got this kind of meeting run sheet that we go through. We talk about if they've got a wedding party, who's in that, what colours they're wearing. Because, you know, on the day I'm obviously want to not match, or do I want to match?
Yep. It's a question.
All of
It's a
that's
definite
ticked
question.
off.
Yep.
What else do we talk about? Like we confirm the time and date again just to make sure we're all on the same page. We'll go through everything from start to finish. So are they being walked down the aisle? What's happening with housekeeping, music? I love it when they say they've booked you, because I know I don't need to worry about being the DJ as well.
Yes, but you can do that. You can.
So I can do that.
I'm going to cut this out. Yes, you can do it.
Yeah, but it's nowhere near as good. You know, even when you no, seriously, even when you did my ceremony, we had the songs you just pressed play for us. Yeah. But when I do it, it's way shitter than when you do it.
It's just stressful.
Yeah.
Another element.
Yeah, it just makes it less smooth. Like I'm so happy to do it, of course. But yeah, if you're there, it's much better.
Of course. But there is all those things like you're talking about that are like the logistics of the day that nobody thinks about. Like how, like they are so intricate and specific, and as we're discovering, every single vendor has all these things that nobody even knows about.
Yeah.
And like, how many people, what colours, how are we going to do this? How are we going to hit that time? You know, what's your bridal party like? Who are they, your mates? Are they kind of just got one, or where are they sitting? You have all that stuff as part of that meeting.
Yeah.
And that's before you even get to the words.
Yes.
Which is next, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, we also, I should say in that meeting, we're talking about vows and everything. You know, we're going over everything, and from there I'll send through a questionnaire so I get them to complete. This is if you're like, you know, when we do a love story in the ceremony, I'll send them through a questionnaire so I can get all that info.
Yeah, so is there a common structure to a ceremony? Like, as in there kind of is, but is it like, I know it's not rinse and repeat, but is it like part A, part B, part C? Like obviously there's the signing and the kiss is often before that with the rings and the whatever, and the vows are just before that. Yeah. And the stories before that, is that kind of how it goes?
Yeah, normally, there is. There is like a certain, you know.
Tell me. I'm just saying.
Mate,
I've done 800 plus weddings, so I have seen it.
Tell me.
But like, I assume that you're kind of guiding them on that too. Like, going, this is how it's going to go. The story is this. And you have like, do you have couples that want to like tighten up the story or go really long? Do they ever give you a preference on that?
Well, in the last couple of months, I've actually made some different packages. So I've thought I don't want to just offer, you know, what I call my works, and people might not want their story in there, or they might, you know, they might want it a little bit more short and sweet. And I feel like I'm not the person to decide what someone wants. So I'm changing that up a little bit now. But that conversation will always have it in that planning meeting. So I'll be like, here's what I would normally suggest. How does that sound? What else do we want to put in? What do we want to take out? And we kind of go from there. Yeah. So I had a meeting last night where one of my couples, she comes from a Christian background, so her mum is going to come and do a reading or a piece in the ceremony. So things like that we'll talk about in that meeting as well.
Yeah. And is that kind of a trend almost, the people doing the readings? I feel like that used to be almost weekly, and I haven't seen it. I see it very rarely now.
Yeah. For me, I don't really think it is. I don't touch on it too much in that meeting. So I let them tell me, because I don't want to be like, you know, I'm going to get cancelled for this. Nah. No, so for me, you know, unless you are like dead set on having a reading in your ceremony.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm not just going to say, oh, would you like to have a reading? And then we have some fluff read by Auntie Karen, I've got an Auntie Karen, sorry, Auntie Karen. That just doesn't need to be in there. I think if someone wants it in there, they're going to come forward and say it. And I'll always, have we covered everything? Is there anything that you thought that we might have spoken about that we haven't? To leave that open. Everyone's going to know my secrets now. But I really don't get many couples that are putting readings into the ceremony.
It doesn't seem to be happening as much as it used to, that's for sure. No. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what that is, if that's a trend or if that's just a change, or maybe you're just telling them not to subliminally.
What's a reading?
What's a reading? No, we don't do that.
I'm always happy for it, but I think it needs just, as long as it's meaningful and it's not put in there just for the sake of it, because it doesn't need to be in there.
No, for sure.
But if it means something to them, then 100% go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's story part. So part A is essentially, talk to me about, let's go right into the ceremony. Because housekeeping is also mega important, and people some celebrants, I won't name names, text me.
You'll get cancelled.
No, I love everybody. We love everybody
you could
here.
Never
Everybody's
be cancelled.
I could definitely.
No.
Housekeeping and crowd control is a massive part of it, and I think it gets overlooked because, again, people don't know what they're doing necessarily that day.
Yeah.
And getting everybody, and you're really good at this, getting everybody just hey, this is about to happen in a couple of minutes. This is what's going to happen. This is what we're going to do. Get into it. So that's a big part of how it all starts.
Yep.
That's it.
Certainly is.
That's it.
Full
you
stop.
just got to do it. Full stop. I agree. Because some people don't do it, and I'm often on the side about to strum away going why is that guy going to get a beer?
Yeah.
What the hell's happening?
You know, it's tightening it up. And I think I had this down to talk to you about later, but making sure that you've got a good team that's just going to have you covered, because to me, that's a no-brainer. I'm always going to do that.
Yes.
I'm going to make sure all of the seats are filled, unless it's
Tell me about seat filling. Tell me about seat filling. Why do we fill the seats?
Well, why do we fill the seats? I think there's a couple of reasons. It looks like people are at your ceremony.
Yes.
It feels like people are at your ceremony, as if you're going to want people standing up when there's these empty seats.
Yeah.
I think it's rude.
Yeah. You think it's rude?
It is.
I think it's definitely photo based first. I think on my day they weren't full on my wedding day, and not that I care, but now that I know that you fill the seats, I can see the difference.
Come on, you've got to be filling those seats.
You just get people sitting down.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's just weird, isn't it?
It's not hard.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
And with the exception, if it's a scorching hot day or something like that and we're in direct sun and there is shade somewhere, that's when I will kind of draw the line, and I'm not, if people, that's just the choice I think people
when
make.
when Nana's going to go down if we don't get this out of the way.
Half an hour,
we don't
25
have to deal
minutes
with that.
in the sun.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with that as much in Tassie, but in Sydney. And I do understand that you have to push through. There are certain, come on guys, it's going to be 20 minutes. Just, you've come out of the shade, everyone come on in and then we'll do it. Have you done one at Quamby before?
Yeah, but not when it's been super hot.
No, but that's a venue where everybody, it's really smart to be okay, because it's completely unprotected, not a chance of anything. Go hang in those trees. And then when I say go, we're all going to be go and do your housekeeping almost over at the trees.
Yeah.
And be in 5 minutes, we're going to get thumbs up. You're all going to come here, and then we're going to start because otherwise,
buckle up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's I think an element of it too is everyone can stand it for 15, 20 minutes. You don't have to,
do you know what? I still don't know though. I feel like sometimes we get super sunny days, and I don't feel if people still want some shade, they're fine.
Oh no,
there.
I know. I think with the bigger guests of it, but you can't
sure.
have a family or whatever. I'm sorry. No, you don't agree?
Cut this out. Cut this out.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine. No, it's cool. Nothing's getting cut out, mate. We're all good here. We're all good. So that's part one. So
God, where were we?
Well, we're talking about housekeeping as part of the start, and then bride comes down the aisle.
Yeah.
Any tips for this moment?
Oh, yeah, I will always have, this is another thing that we do at the planning meeting, figure out what they want their vibe to be. Some people want cheering, people going off for that. People, some couples will want people standing. Some will want them to remain seated. I feel like that's getting actually a bit more popular now.
Stay seated?
Yeah, I think also are people having their phones out? Do they want to see any phones when they're coming down?
Mm-hmm. Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one. And you address obviously all that in the housekeeping moment of just keep your phones away.
Yeah. And
What's the trend I saw? It's been happening heaps. Take your phones out.
You've been on TikTok.
Take your phone out. I haven't been on fucking TikTok, mate. No, it's take your phones out, take a selfie, and then put it away.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people also go take the selfie and send it to the couple.
Yes.
But then I see people getting all like caught up.
Yeah. Just get a photo if you want to. I do like that, first 30
bad.
seconds or whatever. And then I tell people, even when we're about to start the story or something, okay, phone's away now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's a good shout.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people are so anti-phones, and then other people couldn't care less if they've got their phone out. I mean, the photographer's probably going to care, but it's up to the couple, I think, isn't it? Whether they want people doing that or not.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. It is. And do you go and see the bride, like, do you do it before housekeeping, after housekeeping? Do you say, all right, I'm going to duck off? Do you see them at all, or do you let it fly?
No, normally I try to. I'm trying to think of the situations where I don't. Probably 98% of the time I will. So, we work heaps at Frogmore. When I know they've arrived, we'll go up, do a quick check with the venue, say hi to the couple, whoever it might be that's arrived.
Yep.
And then just make sure, all those last minute, number one, tell them how amazing they look.
Of course.
And you get so excited to see them, I think, as well. It's like, it's like a child going off to get married. Making sure, like engagement ring is on the other hand, all that kind of jazz. If they've got a wedding party, what's happening with their dress, you'll give them one final reminder about that, which if you've had a rehearsal, you would have gone over that. But all those kind of last minute
What
things.
What do you mean happen with the dress? Like when she gets to the end of the aisle?
little zhuzhing?
Yeah. So is that allocated to somebody?
Normally, yeah.
It's not you.
No, listen, if the zhuzhing is shit, I will come in for a little zhuzh.
Well, I know something that you do, which is important too. And again, it's one of those really intricate thing. You kind of like get them all lined up really well for the photographers. You go out into the aisle and go like, all right, move a bit here, move a bit here.
Yeah.
Because like some people just let it fly.
Yeah. Well, I think I used to let it fly, and then I kind of realised, no, I really need to do, like when I first started, I don't think I would have done that.
Sure.
And then I thought, no, there is a moment definitely where it's not going to matter at all.
It's the experience of time.
And half the time I'm like, sorry guys, this is behind the scene, this is behind the scenes what happens. We need to get this shot ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll always try and do that. I sort of just tell one side of the wedding party, look at the other. We normally have a rehearsal too, so they will have practiced, but if they need to move, I'll move them. And if you're still playing the music at this time, like it's all.
Yeah. I just keep noodling away.
Yeah.
Noodling away until I get the thumbs up, essentially. But I tell you, that's an interesting thing about like setting the scene as far as that. Like they've walked down the aisle and you kind of go like, right, let's realign and do that and let's take a breath and have a moment. I used to always, and I think musicians often used to get put like on the side, like at the front on the side. And then I'd get these photos sent through from couples where I look like a fucking groomsman in half of them with a guitar, like an absolute bozo, like standing there in a blue suit, like,
hey,
and just, I was like, so that's why I'm always now to the back. There's a number of reasons why I'm on the back to the side, which is definitely line of sight from venue to
you can see,
Like if I'm sitting up the front, I'm as blind as everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, those photos when I did, so that's about setting the scene. Like I was young and it was different. It was different times. Musicians used to always be at the front, but like from that scene setting perspective of like, let's get this settled and right.
Yeah.
And then some bozo's there with a microphone checking his phone. I'm not
Jordan Miller.
I don't check my phone. I don't check my phone. Do I? I don't know.
Listen, I'm too much in the zone.
Sometimes. You wouldn't know, but like sometimes I've got many running on a day. So
You've just got your iPad with your lyrics popping up and you're getting notifications.
I know what I'm doing. But yeah, setting the scene I think is an overlooked little aspect of experience that comes in. You kind of get them ready. And then it's on. Then the ceremony's on. You're kind of like doing the story is the first part, right?
Yeah, I think the first part for me is normally just like acknowledging how bloody awesome it is for everyone to be there celebrating this love, right? So it's not just the couple, it's the fact that they're surrounded by their favourite people on earth and how special that is. So for me, that's first up. It's getting everyone a bit pumped. It's settling the nerves because normally there are some. And then it's diving into that love story after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the love story, which then goes into what? Signing?
Honestly,
rings?
I feel
Vows?
like I do different stuff all the time.
Yeah, you do.
So
you got to
who
change it up.
knows?
You got to change it up. But so then I guess the next biggest bit is the vows bit. So like how do you do that? Does everybody do their own vows these days? Pretty much.
No, I don't think so. I feel like a lot of my I feel like there's a percentage of my couples that are consciously taking them out at the moment, and I'm empowering them to do that because I don't think it's necessary, like particularly when people are so, uncomfortable that it's going to really impact their ceremony. I'm like, just don't.
Yeah.
Just write a letter or do private vows before the ceremony or after or something.
Yes, there are so many ways around it
Yeah,
I don't think people
100%.
think of. And some people, they are just terrified.
Yeah.
I see grooms that are just like coming up to me and they're just terrified. And you're like, why? What's happening?
Yeah.
And they're not scared that their wife's not going to show up. It's just they have to do public speaking or something and they're not prepped for it.
You know, I'll always say to people that if they are, there's a difference of being a little bit nervous and then, you know, actively so shit scared of your wedding ceremony that you don't, you know, because of your vows. So I think if you're a little bit nervous, I always just try and remind everyone, like I said before, they are surrounded by their closest people.
Yes.
They want the best for you.
Yes.
Like everyone loves you there and 100% are behind you. So just try and focus on each other,
Yeah.
you know,
there's no
and
one,
get through
there's
it.
no one sitting at the back like taking notes going like, that was shit.
No.
Wow, Brendan, shit house. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. Like it's just, you know, people freak out. Yeah, what a terrible job. What a fucking loser. Like I thought she was marrying a cool guy, but he just really butchered that. You know, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Maybe it does. Maybe it does happen. You know, what do you do? You know? Anyway. Yeah.
Sorry, cut that.
No, that's all right.
No, exactly. Like no one's bloody doing that unless you've got someone on your invite list that shouldn't have been invited. But no, well, that's another conversation.
Yeah. That's another conversation. That's a bride and groom situation. That's not a celebrant situation.
So, you know, back to vows to round that conversation out. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. I will support my couples too in the lead up. So send them a couple of different vow guides that they can use.
Vow guides.
But what I'll do as well is just encourage them to be on the same page. And that's where I think that balance comes into it. You know, are we having a bit of humour? How much lovey-dovey stuff is in there? Like, I just think if you're talking like yourself and your partner is comfortable with what you're going to say, like you just can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You know, just be yourself. It doesn't need to be friggin' chat GPT bullshit of a word that you've never said in your entire life or you can't pronounce.
Yeah.
Just say what you feel.
Yeah, that's good advice. Don't use ChatGPT to make things overly complicated for you.
Or get a tight as draft and then refine it.
Or set up a ChatGPT agent that knows your voice and you're like, I'm very into ChatGPT.
Oh, here he goes.
That is good advice because, I think people get in their head about it and it's like, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter.
It's so easy for us to say, but it's the truth. Like it's true.
Yeah. Because it can kill some people's day.
Yeah.
You know, completely. And then I guess it's the technical side after that. There's rings. Always rings? Is there always rings?
There is.
Yeah.
You know what? There is always rings.
Yeah.
I did illegals the other day and they're like, we haven't done the rings yet.
Yeah.
Do you want to do rings?
And does it go rings into kiss?
What do I do? Okay.
What do you do?
I think I do.
There's different ways to this bit. This is a bit.
I think I change it sometimes, but I think what I'm doing at the moment is story. Then they're doing their personal vows. Then I'm coming in with monotum legal vows, I think, and then rings. So I'm only there for that one little part.
Yep.
And then I'm off again.
Yep.
So they've got all their photos together. Then we'll go do signing after the rings. Then I think I come back kiss. Make sure
Come back kiss.
Yeah, come back kiss.
Yeah,
well, for me,
I'm like,
kiss
too.
Wait till you've signed. And then we'll do some closing words, get everyone pumped up, get them pumped up, pronounce, woo, kiss again, back down the aisle.
Too good.
With you playing the music.
Playing some tunes or smashing it on Spotify, whatever goes better.
True that.
It works both ways for that bit because, you know, sometimes you want to pump up even more than the acoustic can allow.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
You're out the door.
Well, sometimes I'll do signing after the ceremony as well. So that's about 50-50 for me. So we might pronounce them, they'll walk back up, have a drink, have their congratulations with their guests, and then we'll go sign at the bar or somewhere, you know,
and now
a bit cruisier.
the trend at the moment is stopping halfway for the secondary kiss. Is this a photographer question? Is it?
Yeah, that's a photographer question.
Everyone's
I'm just watching
doing
the
it.
bridal party being like, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wedding party,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
And
even stuff like that is down to, that's what I'm telling everyone, you know. So the day before wedding party, wait till they've got that shot. If they're doing their dip kiss, they're doing whatever, wait till you can clearly see that it's time to go and then start walking.
For sure. One thing I want to encourage is people after the bride and groom have walked up and it's kind of that's done and they're back up the aisle, is go and say hello. Go and give them a hug. The amount of guest groups that just kind of stand there, leaving them stranded on this desert island of like fear, going like, do we do it? It's like, yeah, just fucking go.
Yes,
Get into it.
But this is what I say too. So like once their wedding party get up, I'm like, you got to bloody wait right there until the shot's done. But then you go.
But then you go.
I'm like, then you go because they're waiting for you.
And then everyone goes.
And then we get the parents up, you know, in a
Exactly.
traditional
That's
kind of
totally
sense. The
like
parents, I'll be like, oh, congratulations up. We get, you know, please go and congratulate them. And then there's that. And then the hangers on can come forward.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they get everybody.
But you're
in.
right, because they just stand, the couple have turned around, they're like, where is everyone?
Sitting there on Just Married Island going, oh, Jesus, is anyone coming to visit? What the fuck?
I'm trying not to make this a Frogmore sponsored podcast, but
You
if
can
you're
make
at
it a
Frogmore, you got to drink,
Hey,
you
Frogmore,
know.
you want to sponsor this podcast? We'll have it right here.
Thank you. We've got signage.
No, Frogmore is a good reference point for both of us because we worked out a lot, but it also is a very normalized way of, not normal is not the right word because it's beautiful and stunning, but it is like, here's the aisle and the walk. It's all from a space perspective, how most are.
Yeah.
And it's like down a hill into there and then back up. And it's kind of all, you know, there's all these, of course, if you're getting married in a tiny little hall because it's raining or something, everything changes.
Yes.
And it is what it is. But from a general, we're outside in an open space, you're walking down. And I think it's a good reference point.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And feel free to sponsor the
Hashtag
podcast.
Frogmore.
Yeah, hashtag Frogmore Creek events, hashtag everything, hashtag. Come, they're going to be on the podcast soon, apparently. Maybe we're still trying to get them on the podcast.
They will be.
Yeah. And do you always do a rehearsal? Talk to me about the rehearsals.
Yeah.
Are rehearsals included in the booking, in the sense that from my perspective, from my side of the industry, which is the only side that I can know of, we could never do that because it takes us away from otherwise doing one.
Yes.
The day before, and also like it's just not necessary for music to be there because you can just hit play on something and get the same idea.
Yeah.
But I've seen celebrants that like send through a video, like a guide video of this is how it's going to go.
Yeah.
But where do you sit on those?
Yeah. So normally, like if I'm at
Frogmore Creek.
Jesus, stop me. No, if I'm at a venue that I work at a lot and it's close to home, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, here's an example. So next weekend I'm up at Waterton, past Launceston, and I'm not travelling up until the day. So what I will do is send like a big brief through to the couple about all the steps for their rehearsal because, you know, for them it's really about them and their wedding party, if they've got one, to feel comfortable about what's happening when they're walking in. Mm-hmm. So I'll send that through. There's this like dodgy as diagram that I've drawn with like some stick figures, very artistic me, as you can imagine.
Nice. Yeah.
So I send that through to them and then we'll have a chat, you know, just go through what we said about the ceremony again, see if anything's changed. Really, that's what it's about for me. And it's just that wedding party, getting that walk right.
Yeah.
So I don't need to be there. We do need to sign a declaration of no legal impediment to marriage. Cancelled. It's called something. The dominant.
Yeah.
So we sign that before the ceremony. So normally if we do have a rehearsal, that's a really good opportunity to sign that then.
Kind of stuff,
but like I can run out and see them before if they arrive.
For sure.
But like I offer a rehearsal. I don't love calling it a rehearsal. I love calling it a final meeting, but it is a rehearsal. Yeah. So
it's not it's not essential, but it's helpful.
Yes. Yeah. And I think if you're a pretty cruisy couple, like, you know, as an example, I didn't have a wedding party at my wedding.
Yeah, sure.
Like there's no way in hell that we needed to have a rehearsal because we would have just rolled with it. And your celebrants got you and your team have got you. Like as long as you know where you're walking, what's happening when you're finished and you've got a good team, you'll just be guided through the whole thing. And you would have communicated enough in the lead up to know what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. About like even those little notes of just like take it slow. Don't walk too far, everybody, you know, all those kind of things.
Yeah,
you know,
with purpose.
Purpose? Is that the term?
You know what I'm saying? Walking with purpose.
With purpose.
Oh, I like that.
That's how you say it in French.
Yeah, I just feel like a rehearsal is really for that wedding party to make sure that they know when they're walking and like what's happening with the flowers and the dress.
And you get a free glass of bubbles sometimes.
Depending on where you are. Yeah, we do.
Oh, that's I think extremely informative and really in the weeds, which is kind of the point of this. So, because I just think there are so many elements to that people stress out about, or on the other hand, don't even think about. And it's like, it's kind of somewhere in the middle there's the happy point. It's like, there's things to note. There's purpose to walk with. There's elements that you should think about beyond. It's just like, we're getting married. But it's also like, you don't have to micro
No, it's just like it's a logistics meeting. You know, that's actually what it
Yes.
is. It's like logistics of exactly what's going to happen on the day.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about. Like you don't have to have one, but if you've got the opportunity to,
Yeah.
then go for it.
I've got one of these questions here. It's like, what's your vibe on the wedding day? And I'm just like, what does that really mean to us? Like, are you a fun time Sally? What other vibe could there be? Oh, one question.
What is my vibe? You can probably
I
answer that better than me.
Well, I think your vibe's very much just very. You're definitely not like too woohoo party. Let's go, let's crank it. But you're kind of on the cusp of that, which is perfect.
Yeah.
You're definitely trying to encourage energy and enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Without having to drag it out of people that
Yes.
don't want to give it.
Yes.
You know, and I say this again. I always refer it back to music, but I say when people are stressing about like the dance floor, but they don't have dancey guests or whatever, it's like don't worry. Like
Yeah.
I can't drag people.
Yeah.
You know, this song. You know, I've seen people like take their pants off and run around a house,
Yes.
and have had 500 people at a giant party go berserk to this song, and if it bombs, it's kind of not my fault, or it just is what it is.
Yeah,
like, don't
yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, so I think you do your best to be very approachable and pleasant.
Approachable and pleasant.
Yes.
My best friends would love to hear
Is
you
that
say
right?
that.
Is that because you didn't used to be
Let's cut that
approachable?
out for the Instagram. She's approachable and pleasant.
Approachable and pleasant is where you
No,
want
I
to
am
be.
approachable and pleasant.
Well, for
100%.
yeah.
And relax. You know, I think relax.
Yeah.
I think you just want to make people
You instill
feel,
confidence, I think,
Oh.
which is what you kind of want to do. Whether you're confident or not, it's another question. But
Yeah, I've got them. I've got people.
you got their back.
Like,
You're here to make
100%.
it happen.
Yeah.
You know, and I think
what it's all about.
I think secretly like housekeeping's a big part of that. Being like, this is what we're doing. We're going to do that. I think people that don't do that are missing out their first chance to be like, you're in safe hands.
Yeah.
And then you kind of you're definitely more like energetic and enthusiastic, which is important. It's like, but yeah, the ones that I don't know who the ones are. I don't know who I'm referring to.
No,
but the
I
ones that
don't
are
know
just
names.
like, well, let's go, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
it's like, well, let's read the room.
You know, that's me on a night out, 100%. But like,
I've seen it.
Yeah, it might not even be a night. It might be during the day. But I think, there is a lot, and this is where I'm actually realizing I am quite professional, because it's someone's marriage ceremony.
Yes.
You know, it's not taking the piss. It's not having too much in. You know, it just needs to be them, I think, and be
Yep.
relaxed and beautiful and fun and full of love, and everyone's having a good time.
100%,
Yeah.
and that's it. So then some of the default questions that I kind of try
Oh.
to think of, but yeah, like, you know, this is like what's one piece of advice, but I kind of feel like you've touched on that just by kind of being like, you know, don't do the vows if you don't need to. Where do you stand? Do you stand to the side or in the middle?
It changes depending. It normally depends on if there's a wedding party, how big. So like 4 on one side. Oh, sorry, no, I don't stand in the middle.
You should never stand in the middle.
Hard no. Do not stand in the middle. I do stand in the middle for legal vows and their ring exchange.
Yeah.
And now when I say the monotum as well, I stand
Yeah,
in there.
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like 1 minute that I'm there for. And then otherwise I'm kind of, sometimes I'll be, you know, if there's a groom, I'll be between the groom and groomsmen or their wedding party. Or if it's a smaller wedding party, I might be off to the side. Just
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah,
Depends
for
how I'm
sure.
feeling. Depends how
on
much
the-
space there
and
is.
your audio, all
Might
that
be
kind of
walking
stuff.
around.
Celebrants have
Videographers will hate me
microphones.
for it.
Do they? No.
Well, listen,
Video-
they do have like this. You've got your camera set up. I don't want to be blocking anyone or...
Yeah,
Sorry, now I'm
but
moving with my microphone.
No, it is what it is. I think it's just, that's the reality. We're not shooting a Spielberg masterpiece. It is what it is with all that kind of stuff. But it's funny because there are those logistics that you have to think
Yeah.
about. Do you get mic'd up?
Yeah, if there's a videographer, I'm mic'd up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just take a thing from your speaker or whatever too, right?
Yeah, so they'll do that. Line in, line out, don't know.
Yeah.
You know
I
what that's
I
called.
know. It's all
I'm
the
like,
techie stuff.
buddy, go for it.
Yeah.
And then I'll get mic'd up and all that jazz.
Yeah.
I've got, what are the other questions? Because I've got a couple of things that I am bringing to the potty.
Okay.
No,
excellent.
nothing crazy.
No. Well, the other question is
From
like,
my own wedding that I think is like,
Oh, well, like it's just the quick fires are just like
I'm taking over.
venues are like hidden gems. You are taking over. It's quite all right. Is there a hidden
venues I
gem? Is
like.
there a hidden gem or a venue that you think is underused or liked or anything like that?
do you know where I went that I'd love to work more at?
Yeah.
Restaurant Maria.
Oh yeah, I went
Yeah.
there. Had a good meal there.
Yeah, I've done one ceremony there. I've got another one booked. I just think unreal location. Like doesn't need anything.
Yeah.
There's a couple of pillars in there that are like, depending on your guest numbers, but
Epic. Good
More
one.
of
That's a
that.
good hidden gem. No one's said that one before. And I'm sure you've seen all like the crazy things. Like I've seen people like forget rings. Forgetting rings is pretty common. in the sense of like what's something bad that could happen.
Yeah.
That's-
Someone will have a ring.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I've had somebody like drive in a car back to a property. It was I think we were down in Carlton, and they like stopped it, got in the car, a bridesmaid bolted in heels, and
They stopped
went
the
to
ceremony.
get it. Yeah, and just went and got. I was like, there you go.
I'm going to say that's actually a no from me.
That's a
so
hard
if you're
no?
listening to this podcast and you want to do that in your ceremony, I think you can just wait and maybe do the ring exchange a
it'll be
little
all right.
later.
Everyone
Everything
knows
will be
it's
okay.
okay.
We can pretend.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Morning person, 100%.
Everyone's a morning person. I don't believe it when I say it. Hear some people say it, but like, yeah.
Yeah,
I can
I'm a
imagine.
morning. I've been getting up at 5:20 lately.
Hitting the gym?
Hitting the gym,
We go to
baby.
the same gym.
You know it.
Get up for Hype Gym in Cambridge.
Edo.
He was
King, we love you, Ed.
He was at a wedding that I was.
Oh,
playing
yeah, he
the
was
other
at
day.
Cam's wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, so this is what you do? I was like,
And I'm pretty good at it,
he's
actually.
like, you're all right, man. Well,
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You cutting that out?
No, it's all part of it. Why would I?
Hashtag hype.
Are there
Free
any
membership, Ed.
don'ts that you tell your couples, or any hacks?
I'm getting my
ChatGPT?
list out.
Okay, cool.
Is that
Yeah,
all right?
Of course it is. You can get lists out. That's what it's about.
Don't do shit like if you don't like confetti or pedal tosses or whatever, don't do it. You know, simple things like that you kind of think, oh, but that person's done that. Who cares? Don't bother.
Yep. I agree with that.
Also, just think about like, I always come back to this, how you want to feel. Trends are going to fade. Just think about how you want to feel.
Yep.
Be relaxed. I don't have too many don'ts.
There was a whole bunch
Just
of
be
dudes
chill.
for a while that were looking pretty Austin Powersy in the velvet jacket. I'm glad that's passed because I love Austin Powers in my heart and soul, but I do think they will regret that.
Yeah.
A little bit. Unless they go like it was the times. But the thing was it wasn't the times because Austin Powers was the time. It was just that Connor had a
It
sailor.
was not the time.
I'm joking. Cancelled again.
The time it was not.
I assume that nobody who's already married is going to have anything to do with this podcast. I feel like
We're
I'm
getting
safe space to
cancelled.
say that. Imagine
What else
that.
could we say that's going to get us cancelled?
Nothing's going to get us cancelled. It's just it's a good thing. But it's been great. I feel very much informed. But what did you want to?
I'm not finished.
No. What did you want to bring to the podcast? Tell me.
Okay, couple of things.
Okay.
If the funds are permitting, I think people should go away straight after their wedding.
Nice.
What do you think on that?
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Is that not done a
I don't
lot?
know. Some people will like maybe take a few days off. I think maybe they won't go away. Maybe they'll have a big honeymoon the year after.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
go away for a couple of days.
I agree with that for sure.
Get back to reality.
Yep.
Don't have a big post-wedding blues.
Yep.
I really love that we did that.
Post-wedding blues are a true thing. Big time.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially if you party like I did at my
Yeah,
wedding.
yeah. And the recovery, I'm very big on recovery days. I think recovery days
it's a
are
must.
awesome.
If you're that way inclined, some people, they don't have that kind of personality and
Sure.
that's fine. But if you are, 100% recovery.
Yeah, because you can enjoy the recovery day just as much as the wedding day because
If not
you're
more.
yeah.
Shouldn't say that.
Yeah, if not more. But if you're in a different headspace,
Yeah.
and people get to reflect on kind of the day that happened.
And you can spend time with everyone.
Yes.
Like I found on our wedding day, you're kind of bouncing around everyone and it just goes, everyone always says this, but truthfully it goes so quickly.
It does, yeah.
I didn't want to leave my wedding.
No. I kind of wanted to wrap it up a bit, but
I'm joking. You wanted to leave our wedding and come with us, I reckon,
I'm
mate.
joking. Yeah. It wasn't someone outside asking me for lifts. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck is that?
Yeah, they were actually.
That's good, though.
What's the other thing? If you've got kids, we've got kids.
Yeah.
Not you and I together,
No,
but we
don't
have
kids,
our
yeah.
own children.
Yeah.
I had like this planned lockdown of where the kids are at all times. So, mum's picking them up here.
Yes.
They're with my dad the following day at this time. This person's going to have the car seat. Like I just went to my friend's
Nice.
wedding. I hope she wouldn't mind me saying this, in Noosa, but it wasn't like too confirmed on who was having the child when. And I just feel like for us, that just took so much pressure off that you could actually just, if you want to, some people don't feel like this, but we could just be Emma and Jake rather than being mum and dad on the
100%.
wedding day.
Yeah.
So I'd really encourage people to like have that kind of
Yep.
roster
I
locked
can
down.
even add on to that and say that on our wedding day, we didn't have kids because it was 10 years ago, but we even had dogs sorted because
Yes.
the dog came to the ceremony. He's sitting underneath me right now. And then I had my beautiful friend organise somebody, one of her maids, and paid them like as my present, paid for them. And he kept him for like a day and a half. So came and got him and then kept him the full next day.
Yeah.
And then brought him back at like 7 p.m. or something once we were all realigned and back in normal world.
Yeah.
And just not having to be like, shit, has anybody checked the dog or has it
like,
let him out or they fed him or any
Yes.
number of those things.
Or to feel shit for them,
add to
like
it.
not being with you as
There's
well.
another one. Another one's going for a toddle out there. Cheeky buggers.
It's nice weather out there now.
It has cleared up. Anything else you've got to bring
Hang
through? That's
on,
awesome.
sorry.
That's really good advice. No, both
My
of those.
phone keeps auto-locking.
Oh, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, let's talk about quickly how far out people should book their celebrants.
Yes, definitely.
Because we haven't spoken about
Yes,
that
no,
yet.
definitely. The celebrants are almost first. Most of the
Yeah,
time.
I think venue photographer and most people will have booked their photographer when they book me.
Yeah.
But
Why
yeah,
do
straight away.
photographers get in first?
Mate, have you seen their photos?
What does
People
it-
love their
I
photos.
know. Photos do matter.
So what I'm booking at the moment, so it's, where are we? October 2025. And I've got 2 years. In 2 years, people are starting to book now.
Yep,
So
yep.
the January, February 2027, nearly fully booked.
Yep.
So that's, 18 months?
That's 18 months for sure. And yeah, I mean, we're in the same basket, slightly different setup with us because we can put other people on things. But yeah, I'm filling out. I've got October 2, 2027 is my furthest away.
Yeah.
Locked in, which is 2 years essentially.
Yeah, I think you just need to get those big ticket items ticked off. Like as soon as you kind of know when you want to get married, you need to just get the big ticket items ticked off.
Especially in Tassie.
Yeah.
Especially in Tassie because there's so many good vendors down here. But there are only so many vendors down here and there's
Yes.
only so many Saturdays with nice weather.
Yes.
And so if it's October, November, Jan, Feb, March, it's just going to...
Another hot tip, Friday wedding. Get married on a Friday.
Everyone says this. I say this. I got married on a Friday.
Yeah.
Did you get married
I got
on Friday?
married on a Friday.
Man, it is the bomb
Yeah.
because I was saying this with Ben O'Brien the other day, but it just frees up your wedding. Everyone's also taken a day off maybe.
Yeah.
The vibes are high.
Yes.
You got the whole wedding ahead of you. If people are doing a trip, they're quite happy to fly down in the morning, come to a wedding. It's just
Yeah.
awesome. Friday weddings are the bomb. I
Yeah.
couldn't agree. And I'm not, I think people might think we're saying that from some kind of selling perspective
No.
or whatever. It's just, but they have a different vibe.
Yeah.
They just have a looser, freer energy because people aren't worried about all the bollocks they got to do on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Or whatever it may be.
Totally
if
agree.
they're locals or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think too, like it just gives you so much more space with booking. Like, I don't
Yes.
know if anyone would have said, no to me. Maybe they would have cancelled what they had
What do you
on.
mean?
My inquiry. If I was on a Saturday, they would have cancelled. I was booked, not anymore. No, we'd never do that.
I
We'd
was
never do
definitely
that.
booked the next day. So I would
We
have to
know.
think about it.
But no, I just think it frees you up. You have a lot more options if you're happy to go with it. And also flexibility with your date. Like as an example, if you know you want this venue, but you're not locked in on a date, just see when they're available, see when your team's available and book accordingly.
Yep, absolutely. That's the way to do it, especially if you've just got a generalised like time of year that suits.
Yes,
You can do- and
just
you're
be
pretty loose
flexy
with
and
it,
then
yeah.
you can get what you want, I
Yep,
think.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's very good
Unless
advice.
it's 6 months out on a
I think
Saturday.
that's very good advice.
Thank you.
Is there one
Can I
thing?
plug the directory?
You can. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay. www.thetasmanianweddingdirectory.com.au.
Yeah.
All your vendor needs.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit more about that. What is that? That's yours?
Yeah, that's my website. So it's got, I think it's over 400 businesses on there at the moment. Entertainment, celebrants, exo sounds. Photographers, hairdressers, venues, elopement venues. What else have we got? Cake makers, all that kind of jazz. Everything you need to book. Fashion, we've got fashion on there. Jewelry on there. So it's all Tasmanian-based businesses. So you can go on there and you can just say, okay, I'm looking for a celebrant. We've got 40-something celebrants on there. You can just book your wedding off it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So good. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the amazing Emma Rose Harrison that's joined us today. What is your Instagram stuff?
Oh, geez. Hopefully I get this right. Emma Rose. I think there's a dot in there. Emma Rose.
Oh, they'll
weddings.
find you.
Yeah, Emma Rose Weddings.
Emma Rose Weddings?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll find you.
Yeah, you'll find me. Emma Rose Weddings. Bang.
Yeah. And so this has been the Ring It On podcast. So thank you so much for joining in. Send your feedback, not that we want it, to ringiton@exosounds.com.au.
We're gonna delete it.
Follow us on Instagram. And thanks so much for joining us. You've been awesome.